edition on a Tuesday. Welcome in. We got Megan. We got Karman Fairless. Karman's daughter, Megan's dad. April the 4th. We're almost here. We're 10 days away.
I know.
That's wild to me. You know what's funny is I thought February would take 4 years to get through like it did last year. Gone. I don't even know what happened.
Didn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah. Every day's been just a onslaught of trying to get things ready.
Oh, I bet.
And it's, Charles tried to warn me. He says, "Oh no, you need to work now." And we've been working on it, and it's like, yeah, we're down to the wire.
Yeah.
Here we come. Yeah.
Well, and take me, through how this, exhibit, how this all came to be.
So it all started with a What's Up Downtown event. I always pull myself to go, even though I have anxiety. And they were showcasing this new gallery owner, and I said, "Oh, that's cool." We stood outside and ended up becoming friends. They showed off the gallery, and I was like, "Man, my dad really wants to show." And they're like, "You should do a show with you two together." And then that was, I think, October or something like that. And then here we are in April.
It kind of started out as a little bit of a joke. Not really so much as a joke, just a new observation. I'd go with my daughter down to walk downtown.
Yeah.
And I've been around for a while. I've developed my name, through my artwork. And then we're walking downtown, and then every shop owner is walking out to catch her, saying, "Hey, Megan," and they say, "Oh, you must be Megan's dad." I'm like, at first I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
That's a gut punch almost. Yeah.
I worked hard for that.
Yeah, but now it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Well,
It is absolutely awesome.
That's what's got to be really cool is to see the legacy that you've laid, down, and now, Meg, not to patronize you, but to see the work that's being done on your end of things and really seeing just that next generation approach. It's got to be something special, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's wonderful to see my daughter doing what she's doing. It's to see anybody do what she's doing. She's,
it's incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible what she's done and what she's doing and where she's going. Obviously, you have to keep your eyes on this one. But yeah, this whole event is going to be a whole new experience. It's something I never thought was ever going to be possible to do something like this. But to have somebody that has taken the drive that I've had and listened to her father and has made herself a better person than I ever was. I mean, she is absolutely everything that we've always, don't let people bother you, don't do this, and she says, okay.
Yeah.
And she did it, and she's loving the world and doesn't have to be anybody else but herself.
It's just fantastic. And so before we go into the exhibit a little bit more on what we can expect, all the dates, all that good, CTA call to action stuff, take me through your career a little bit and background. If you can pick the chapters out that you'd like to talk about.
Well, on most of my advertising and such years ago, I started putting on there artist since birth, because people would always ask me, "How long you been an artist?" I was like, "Well, pretty much since birth." I was told that I was an artist in high school, and I was told by friends afterwards that I'm an artist, and I didn't really accept it until I was probably 20 years old before I realized that I can't live without it.
Take me through, because this is where I think Alton in this area becomes so special. I mean, Meg, you've talked with so many people on, podcasts and things that you've done about this too, is, you really can, if you have a passion, behind any medium, you can make a career out of this, and you can make success. Yes. Did the community help you in that regard and reception, or was it something that you had to kind of roll the sleeves up and get creative to get the...
It's really odd. The work that I've done most of my life as far as my artwork is involved, I do what I want to do. I do what I really enjoy. I do take commissions, or I have taken a lot of commissions in my life. I've done a lot of work for their design type of things, and still made it my own. But when it comes to my work, I do it for myself.
It's cool.
If it makes me happy, it's usually everybody else is happier than before I am. I can't leave it alone.
So, has there been one piece, and this is such a softball, but I always like asking it with someone who's had such a tenure, with your artwork and just what you've done. Has there been one piece that you kind of think back on, not as your favorite, but that kind of crosses your mind more times than other pieces?
I have two pieces that mean a lot to me. They're portraits of two artists that helped, that I looked up to as mentors, that helped create the kind of artist I wanted to be, and one of them is of Arthur Tawada. He was for quite some time. He was an excellent friend and just amazing. And then Hervey Mauser was the one that had been there. He's pretty much the catalyst that started it all, because every kid draws. Okay, every kid draws and doodles. And then they get introduced to sports or different things and theater, and they go off in different directions. I just never stopped drawing.
I like it.
And what really got me involved in doing some creative artwork was that Hervey used to be the guy years ago, and there's not going to be a lot of people who remember this guy, but he used to go to the art fair or the art fairs and the homecomings and things and airbrush T-shirts. And very fast, very quick, little fun little T-shirts. And but what's unique about him is he was in a wheelchair, and from having polio when he was a child. So he never let anything stop him. He would roll out there, and I'd go out as a kid and watch him. But I always stood away. You know, I always kept my distance because I didn't want to bother.
Right.
And one day he grabbed me and pulled me up there and says, "You're going to paint." I mean, he knew me. I'd go get him sodas and stuff and that. And one day he just pulled me up and says, "Paint." I said, "I don't want to ruin it. No paint." And I was hooked.
This is fantastic.
At 11 years old, I was hooked on an airbrush and never stopped.
Wow. So, you know, it takes us into April the 4th. And now, before we give a quick break, because I do have to pay one last bill of the show, we'll get all that done. I want to tease us a little bit on what we're going to see.
As far as my work, I have a new piece. I've always had a passion for the Piasa Bird. It's been an infection since I was a little bitty kid. I've always thought it was a neat story, and then learn about it as you grow up. Well, I've done paintings, I've done drawings, I've done T-shirt designs for people through the years. I've now done a sculpture. It's about 2 by 3 foot relief sculpture that will be at the show. It's of the Piasa Bird in the Timothy and there's a few different artists that I've pulled them from, but it's going to be the one that most folks are familiar with. The one that kind of looks like the Bluffs away, or is it going to be a little? It's more the green one. Gotcha. Yeah, of course. The green body one. Yeah, that seems to be the one everybody catches on to the most. But I put a little bit of life into it and gave it some 3D effect to it. That'll really be there. Cool. And then she has a piece of work that's just absolutely a time capsule. Oh, we're going to do that here in a second, but the only thing I've learned in radio in a couple of years, or 7 years now, is that we got to tease this. You guys stay tuned and you can watch my commercial break. It's 9:38. There's a little bit of change out here. This has been a great conversation. More of it continues here in a couple of minutes. Karman's daughter, Megan's dad, April the 4th from 5 to 9 p.m. at Mooneyham, correct? Correct. Great spot over there on State Street. They do a great job. We'll take a quick break. We'll continue this conversation. 10:40, a little bit of change. More show next.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wills,
an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark Paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Welcome back, 10:43, a little bit of change in with Megan and with Karman. So, Karman, we spoke a little bit about what we can expect on April the 4th on your side of things. Let's get over on this side of the table. What can we expect, Megan?
So normally, like, I'm the videographer. Photography's kind of like a backseat thing, so we can't really sell a TV screen. So a lot of my photography from the past couple of years. So
really cool.
Yeah. So
what has your dad taught you along the way?
Oh my God.
You know, and I don't want to sound that, it's such a blanket question, but when it comes to really just when it comes to your medium, what have you learned the most about watching your dad work in terms of business and in terms of the art itself?
So much, because literally he is an older version of me. Mom maybe got like a little bit of DNA in me, but like just a little bit. So every time I see him do certain things, I'm like, that's exactly what I do. Oh, okay, it's out of body experience. But no, some of the biggest lessons that have been instilled into me is that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to treat everyone, pleasantly, not going to be rude to anyone, and, just try. Growing up with my dad owning a business, kind of like gave me a quick little easy keys to like make it easier for growing a business and like being prepared for like the low and slow times. And
well, and too, I think that you are a really good testament of still having, I don't want to say the activity side, because when you're working, but to be able to take the leisure side of things, and what I mean by that is the community at work and, those public events, and really use it towards what you've been working on. I think it's something that a lot of young people can take away from, because, everything you do is work, even though you aren't clocking into the office.
Yes.
But, you can't get have as much fun as, someone else does at a certain event. But take me through how you're able to kind of balance that, because that does get tough, even from my perspective of things.
It's all delusion.
Amen.
I go home and I cry.
Amen.
No, it all pays off. Really, honestly, there's some, like, if I don't have a camera in my hand, I either see someone who does have a camera in their hand, I get a little jealous. I'm like, that could be me. And then also I feel like I'm not purposeful if I don't have a camera in my hand, but I've just seen so much benefit of like giving back to the community, like word of mouth. Like, I don't pay for marketing, I don't pay for ads. It's all just like doing good and showing up and making face and being friends with everyone is really just the reason why I'm where I'm at,
as you watched, Megyme develop here in this business, did you think that it would, kind of reach where it has? And I only say that because, you are known, Megan, now as the videographer of the town, and that's very hard to do in a town of a lot of really talented videographers.
No, yeah, there's a ton.
Well, she's done some really unique things to get that point of view sometimes.
Yeah.
She did the flood in 3D. She did oh gosh.
There's just been so much.
The one from the program that got us onto that TV show.
The Revolution.
Small Business Revolution.
That was her video that got that. In fact, she got called a professional.
That was Finding Undeniable. That was a different high school. I got kicked out of a competition because they said it was too professional for a high schooler.
That was great. For somebody that started in high school, and she was contemplating doing this after high school, and she was in the business, making money in high school, and just rocking it. And of course, she had some really great mentors too. Outside of myself, we had some great people involved. But she would just pick up on where am I going with this? Your one more time.
Oh no. No, I feel like another big lesson that I learned was Michael Gevin. He's just always been like.
He was one of the big mentors of it.
Yeah.
In high school, we gave her the ultimatum that if you're going to do this on your own, do you realize that you're going to work harder for yourself than you ever will anybody else? Mm-hmm. When you go home from another job, you click it and you'll walk away. I said, you're going to work in the middle of the night, you're going to be worried about stuff, you're going to have stuff break down, you're going to be frustrated, you're going to have all that side is there with the good.
Yeah.
She hasn't had any bad side. She makes all of it, 99% of it great because she knows how to get through it all now. But this is in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we told her
15 years ago.
And so we told her that if you can't manage that, then you will go to college to get some. We told her, we gave it all to
college, didn't want to go.
So you made it work.
I made it work.
Oh yeah, we took her to AI over in St. Louis, and they're walking her through to show her what she might learn there. She goes, did that. And she did.
I was like, we're not going to pay $60,000 for this.
The guy could not impress her at all. I was like, well, you ain't going there.
What's been the most enjoyable part about putting all this together, this exhibit for the opening reception April the 4th?
Getting to work together on something new. This is definitely out of our wheelhouse, so we've been learning a lot. Getting to work with Charles Mooneyham, he's just like an absolute doll. Awesome. He's like such a good, important part of our community, and I'm so excited with everything that he's doing. Everyone that's connected to him, he's just like a breath of fresh air. Like
when she introduced me to this guy, I was like, okay, yeah, he's pretty nice. And then when I actually got to see him, he is on fire.
He's a wonderful man, yeah.
He is just very helpful, very concerned about you more than he is himself. But yeah, we're anxious and excited to have a show with him.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
So let's take you to the big date, April the 4th, because Psychedelic Symphony will be playing. That'll be fantastic. Yes. The festivities start at 5 p.m. at Mooneyham Art in downtown Alton. That's right off of State Street, right across from Firehouse if you need some landmarks. And you'll just see a ton of people that are ready to have a good time. Yes. Take me through the event. What's the reception going to look like in those couple hours?
I think it's just going to be come as you go. We're really hoping it doesn't rain because the last reception he had was pretty big, and this is the first time we're showing together. So
is it?
Yeah. So it's a huge pull from both sides of our.
First time I've showed in years.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Last time he showed was when the Alton History Museum was open. So that gives you a timeline.
Yeah, I've got pieces hanging in the museum. It's closed. It's like
you think they're still hanging in the museum. Full circle moment. We actually just had a conversation about that. You can watch that with Mikey Batchelor later on. That's the art of the circle right there. That's what I'm back to. Yeah. But going into this, it's going to be a really good night at Mooneyham. And what do you want the public to take away from this the most?
I'm anxious to see friends that I run into at Walmart and different places all the time. There's always somebody that walks up and says, "Are you still doing art? Are you still doing your painting?" I was like, "Yes, please come out and check it out."
Yeah.
You know? And it's not like it was in high school. I've gotten a little better since then. Yeah. And then and then be able to show off my daughter. I mean, that's
Really
it's kind of
cool.
great too. She does have a piece that we didn't get to mention, but
Oh yeah, it's 32 images stacked into a panoramic, so it's going to be about 48 inches by 12 inches, so it's pretty massive.
it's of the
Our city front, cityscape.
front.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's another one of those pieces of history because we've seen them before.
Yeah.
But what's nice about this one is it's today, and you see all the modern cars and stuff like that in it. So it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a mark in history.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's the best way to stay up to date on the event and stay up to date on the work that y'all are doing?
Yeah, so you can follow the event page on Facebook if you just type in the title there, and then for any of my work, it's just MegymeFairless.com, and then
I have CarmanArt.com. We're currently reworking that with everything else that's going on. But yeah, I have that. I do a lot of work on Instagram. So if you would like to see some of the prior works and stuff, the Instagram is a good place to go. Karman Art. Everything I do is Karman Art.
Fantastic. We will see you April the 4th from 5 to 9 p.m. in downtown Alton at Mooneyham Art for Carmen's daughter, Megan's dad, and it runs until April the 30th afterwards, correct?
Yep.
We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this. RiverBender.com, Roku TV.